welcome everybody. I'm Marco Kerkemeier and I'm from University of Hagen. Hagen is in Germany. If you are a football fan, you maybe know Borussia Dortmund, and Hagen is 10 kilometers far away from Dortmund. Today I will present one of our current projects, which is programming in R from zero to robo-advisor hero, which I conduct together with Robinson Kruse-Becher and Philippe Letisseron. So what is our motivation? First of all, like all of you know, programming becomes increasingly more important. Yeah, of course, for computer scientists, it's important, but also for business administrations and economics guys, it becomes much more important. For example, it is required by many potential employees. So for example, if you would like to go to a consulting firm, to an investment bank, or to a senior management position, and it is really important for empirical or simulation-based seminars, bachelor's, or also master's theses. And in many German-speaking universities, especially directly into Germany, you do not have any programming classes for economics and business administration students. And so many of our students are really depressed because they have some seminars, see some lines of code, and then they are told, okay, now you can run a linear regression, or no, you can load a data set. But to be honest, they are only able to copy and paste some code, but are not really able to do some programming stuff. And here we would like to start. And simultaneously, also financial literacy skills becomes much more important, especially because of some issues in social security systems due to demographic changes, or also due to some high inflation periods. You would like to protect your investments, and you have a higher responsibility for own private savings for retirement. And our goal is to provide an R programming course where you simultaneously gain some financial literacy and some data literacy skills. So, some basic information. We get a funding half a year ago of the German government funding line, Innovation in der digitalen Hochschullehre, so innovation in digital teaching, you can say. And we get money to develop an open source R programming course. And it's not only developed for business administration, economics students, but also for our data science students. We now have a data science master's in Hagen, and it's also for our psychology students. And what's important, we do not require any prior knowledge. You only need to turn on your computer. Yes, it can be hard, but most students are able to do it. And we have a workload of about 100 hours. If you are fast, maybe you need 50 hours. If you are slow, maybe you need 200 hours. And after you have successfully finished our course, you can earn an R certificate. And our course is constructed for self-learners. It's online at the e-learning platform Moodle, and you can start it 24/7. And our main idea is you learn programming only by programming. We cover lots of different topics, which are clustered into 3 different parts, like you can see here. We have the basics part, an intermediate part, and an advanced part. So in the basic parts, we show them how to install R&R Studios, what you can do, some simple calculations, what are variables, what are logical operators, and so on. And in our intermediate part, it is more about if statements, for loops, while loops, writing own functions, data visualizations, and so on. And in our advanced part, we also show students, for example, how to deal with error messages, how to do some debugging stuff, or how to parallelize your code. We also cover some basic financial literacy topics, like what are basic asset classes, for example, what is an ETF, what are stocks, what are risks, what are returns, how are different asset classes related, and also we teach what is a robo-advisor and how can you code your own, yet let's say, simple robo-advisor. What is important, what university tells me to say I should tell is We do not give investment advices, so please do not sue us. We only show you what are some classic financial asset classes and how you can code your own robo-advisor, so that you maybe do not have to rely on some companies like Scalable Capital. So we split our course into 3 different blocks. Our first block consists of an R book and Colab notebooks. So we have written an R book, which is, let's say, 85 or 90% finished. It's about 200 pages long, which is written in LaTeX. So we provide students an offline R book, but we simultaneously also give them Google Colab notebooks to offer a dynamic learning environment. You might wonder, Google Colab, it's for Python or Julia. Here it's a small trick. You can also use it since, I guess, 1 or 2 years to do some R programming stuff. And it's quite convenient for students, because students can change our code and directly see what results they can obtain when they, let's say, delete a line of code or add some line of code. Next, we offer some explanation videos and some tutorials, because it's totally self-learning based, so it does not take place in some classrooms. We have some introduction videos, and most importantly, we also have some videos how to install R and RStudio, because like we've heard before, for some students it's really hard to find the website where to download R and RStudio and so on. We show it to them, and we make 10 to 15 minutes long videos. Also for some stuff like for coding own functions, for doing some parallelizations and so on. And our videos are Camtasia based, and we do our videos directly in RStudio and based on LaTeX slides. Next, what is, from my point of view, the most important block is programming tasks and case studies. Because from our point of view, it's really important that students directly start to do own programming stuff. And so after each of our about 26 different topics, students have some exercises which range from really easy to, let's say, a little harder. And the exercises are implemented directly in R using the tutorials package. You may know it. In the tutorials package, you get some exercises which are quite similar to DataCamp. So you can give some hints if a student has done some mistakes, and you can directly show the correct solution. And so you do not have to correct it by yourself, but you can let it correct by an R script. We also have 3 major different case studies. In our first case study, students have to calculate some descriptive statistics of financial time series and do some visualization stuff. In our second major case studies, students have to write an own function to automatically calculate some risk and return measures and do some filter strategies for investments. And our last case study is about programming a small own R robo-advisor. So in our case studies, we combine R programming skills and also some financial literacy skills and some data literacy skills, because students also need to do some data cleaning to obtain some data and so on. And last, you can get a certificate. So if you have successfully finished our course and have taken a final exam and have passed it, you can get a certificate, which is, for example, important for your job market applications. And our exam format is comparable to the C++ Institute and Python Institute. So thanks for your attention. Now I'm happy about comments, questions, and remarks.
So are you using any particular platform for the certification purposes?
No, it's directly into Moodle. Okay. And in Moodle, we could also integrate some examinations.
Yeah, sure. Great.
Any other questions? So how many people have taken advantage of your program here? How many students?
It will be finished at, I guess, end of October. After it, we will have a beta testing period. But last year, we have done some testing before. We had some seminar where we had some live coding and have done some similar stuff like here. We had 25 places and we had about 100 applications. So there is quite many students have a high interest in gaining some programming skills. Yeah.
What has the feedback been?
Feedback was really positive. Because our main goal is to teach them how to program and not so much about statistical analysis. Our intuition is first learn some basic stuff, how to do some programming, and after it you can take our classes, let's say in statistics or time series analysis, and there you learn how to do analysis using R. Yeah.